My bond with Emrys, he's really the calmest dog of our pack. He's like the glue that kind of holds everybody together. He loves to just come with me on car rides and be present for whatever it is we're doing. At the dog park, he will greet every dog that comes in. He will greet every human that will come in too. But he also, for me personally, stepped in to fill the shoes of my emotional support dog whom I lost in 2017. He knows to be there and come over to, calm me down and provide that sense of peace and friendship, companionship. Emrys's cancer story. It started back in March of 2021. He had no behavioral changes to note. He wasn't acting abnormal or anything like that, but we still do yearly blood work. So they drew the blood work and they sent that out. His doctor called a few days later and said, we have some elevated liver enzymes. So we took him in and they did x-rays. They were focused on the liver, but because he's only a 24-pound dog right now, they were able to see his lungs and most of the rest of his body, where they noticed a bright white mass in the right side of his lungs. So they got us in touch with the oncologist up at Southern Colorado Internal Veterinary Medicine. They believed it to be a primary malignant lung tumor. So we're like, okay, we decided to go in and try to remove the mass. They got in and saw that it was actually the entire upper right cranial lobe. They removed the entire lobe. Pathology report came back in about 10 days. He healed amazingly well, like never missed a meal. And we went back for his recheck where we found that the tumor was a grade 2, not a grade 1 slow growing, but not a grade 3 that's spread everywhere. They believe the margins were clean, but because of the tumor grade and because of the what they call the hiatal valve, which is right at the lung opening, they wanted to pursue chemo. He has reacted tremendously well to the chemo. His white blood cell count is good, acceptable. None of his other levels have dropped. His potassium is great. Besides a little bit of tiredness, he's had no other major chemo side effects. The funding that we received for Emrys, we will be using that funding, and actually we've applied that funding directly to his chemo treatment costs. Our vet and the KarmaSue Foundation coordinated wonderfully between the two of them to create a balance at my clinic to use directly for the treatments as needed. It provides a lot of relief directly towards that. All I have to focus on is getting him there. We can do as much as we can do, and we will do as much as we can do to support him and give him the most good days possible. He is a fighter. He knows we are doing all we can. He knows we will never give up on him, and he will guide us in this journey. I think the underlying message is really just finding that community and finding that support. Just to know that you are not alone in your battle. And I think that's important for animals and humans. And for us to never give up on them, because they would never give up on us.